Hey guys, stumbled across something that was rather interesting and I hadn't done a video in a while, so I thought I would give it a stab here and let you guys see something that I thought was kind of pretty cool. Normally I do my videos, over screen capture, but this type of cool thing here requires me to actually have my phone and my camera here, my tablet I'm recording on, so I apologize for this is a little crude or whatever, but as we stumble through some of the emulators that we went over in my channel, I noticed that the PSP emulator was really amazing, and I saw that on the Android store there is a PSP actual app, and I'll just show it to you real quick here. This, in my opinion, would really boost your gaming capabilities here with emulators and all that kind of stuff, because you can put it on your phone, and this thing is amazing. So for those that are out there that never really got a PSP, or it broke, or you don't have the money to buy one, I looked online and they're roughly about 50 or 60 bucks right now. It's the rough price, whether that's worth it or not, that's about what they're going for. But with our smartphones today, we pretty much have some pretty nice smartphones. And to be able to turn the smartphone into a PSP emulator is pretty amazing. So you'll see this is the app right here. I have it started up. I have 4 games that, I didn't pay for. I downloaded them. They play fairly well. Dante's Inferno does good. Blue Blaze does good. Phantasy Star 2, which I love that game, plays really well. This one, of course, is God of War, if you're familiar with that icon. I haven't really got to play as well as I'd like for it to run. It doesn't look all that great. This is a Samsung Note 4. It's fairly recent, I think it's got like 4 gigs of RAM or 3 gigs of RAM, quad-core processor. It's pretty far up there as far as, powerful phones go. I wouldn't say it's blowing, the market away today, but it shouldn't be a slouch in any way. And the fact that it doesn't run God of War very well may either be the emulator just isn't all that great, or I don't have the right settings, or whatever. But I thought I'd just show this off real quick, show you that it runs pretty well. It's really fun, and basically, as long as you have a smartphone, you have basically a free PSP. As long as you want to download the games and stuff like that. I think there's a couple of homebrew ones as well. And if you wanted to take it like a step further, I would highly recommend, if you want to take a couple of bucks out of your bank account, getting one of these Moga remotes, controllers. I already had one. I went on a trip a while back, grabbed it. It was really fun to use, but if my camera can see everything here, which is pretty bad, that's basically my PSP right there. And it works really well. This pairs to it, no problem. I think this was about $40, $50, something like that. Fairly pricey, but it's Bluetooth, it recharges through USB, all that kind of stuff. You just go into the settings and I turn off the on-screen display, which I hate using. I've never been good at using it. I don't know how people use the virtual joystick and keypads and all that. The buttons map up right away, and basically you have yourself like a portable PSP, on your phone, as opposed to just playing it on the computer, which it's not bad on the computer at all, but, going the way of mobile gaming these days and stuff like that. So I'm not going to play anything on here. See if I can focus in a little bit there. I'm not going to play anything. I don't want to have to pair the controller. It works great though. But I'll just boot up. You'll see all this stuff. You can see the virtual stuff, of course. It's pretty, common, just as anything else is when you get the mobile gaming on your phones and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I mean, this thing is really cool. So, see if we can get some sound. So I never played any of these games, on the PSP. I never owned one myself, which means I probably missed out on a bunch of different games that I maybe would have liked. Crisis Core is, of course, one of the most popular PSP games I know around. I never got to play that, even though I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. So this will give me the opportunity to play something like that, or whatever. But I'll just give you a quick little play here, I guess, and show you. Of course, I suck at the virtual keys here. But it just gives you kind of the idea and everything. And of course, the Moga controller that I have makes it just flawless, in my opinion. So if you want to take your smartphone, download the app, download the games for free, and then maybe spend a couple of bucks on a Bluetooth controller for your phone, this is a perfect way to be able to kind of take your emulation gaming more to the next level, and instead of being kind of glued to or tied to your computer, you're more or less free to roam around and do whatever. The battery drain on this is pretty significant. I mean, for those playing Pokemon Go right now, it's not that bad. But, it's like if you were playing any other game on here that's high resolution and kind of graphics intensive, type of stuff. So, thought this was really cool. I'd just share it. I'm sure there's plenty of other videos out there explaining exactly how to, set this up and everything. It's not hard. I literally downloaded the app from the Play Store for free. It's PSP emulator, and then I downloaded the games, threw them on the SD card on here. The games are roughly about a gig, maybe 500 megabytes to a gig, so depending on your SD card, you could kind of limit a little bit of room. I have a 64 gig SD card, so I actually have a lot of space to have a lot of games on there, which is pretty cool. So the actual name of the app is PPSSPP if you want to know exactly what it looks like and everything. So save states, all that kind of stuff. It's the exact same application as what you would find on the computer, so if you want to dive in and see if you like it, this really takes the emulation to the next level, in my opinion. So yeah, hope you guys like this. If you have any questions or whatnot, leave them in the comments below. I like doing these things, but the emulation you can take so far with on your own. So if you guys ever have questions or comments or whatever, let me know, and I can cover some more stuff there. All right, thanks. Have a good day.